January, citizens! So today is the last day of April, which means it's gonna be May! But it also means that it's time for another reading roundup. So one of the books that I read this month was 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson, and it's about a girl named Ginny who spends a summer traveling around Europe while following all of these letters from her deceased aunt. And these letters, of course, come in 13 little blue envelopes. So she visits all these different countries and meets lots of interesting people, including the super cute British boy who she predictably falls in love with. And she never has to pay for any of these adventures, which is kind of awesome and kind of like everybody's dream, right? And that was kind of the feeling I got from the whole book. Like, it was kind of just this huge fantasy and not really something that would ever happen to anyone you actually know. But it was fun to read, it was entertaining, it was a good story, and I did like the ending a lot when it started to get into more of the emotional stuff about Ginny dealing with her feelings about losing her favorite aunt. So that was really good. So I also read this book, which if you can't really see the titles down here in the corner, it's Assimilation Squared, and it's a Doctor Who / Star Trek Next Generation crossover graphic novel. And if you like any of those words in that sentence, you will probably like this book. It was a little bit silly, a little bit kitschy. I mean, it was kind of just a whole lot of fan service, but like, look at the cover, what are you gonna expect from this? But that said, it was awesome. So it mostly takes place in the Star Trek universe, but the Cybermen have come over from an alternate dimension and joined up with the Borg, and basically they're just trying to take over everything. And then the 11th Doctor and Amy and Rory show up in the TARDIS, which is somehow materialized on the holodeck of the Enterprise. And so they and the crew all join up and they have to go and fight the Cybermen Borg Union. And then there's like a flashback where we go into the original series and we see Kirk and his crew meeting up with the 4th Doctor, and like, it's basically just them shoving a whole bunch of references to things that you will probably like into this one book. So if you're into Doctor Who and Star Trek, I would definitely recommend you check this out. So this last one is kind of a cheat because obviously I have read The Secret Garden before, as it is one of my favorite books. But I haven't read this particular edition before, so I'm still getting something new out of this experience. This is the illustrated and annotated edition, which is full of lots of cool stuff, mostly illustrations and annotations. But it also has a really long introduction at the beginning and some stuff at the end that kind of puts the book into context of the author's life, which is really cool. So I get to learn lots of interesting facts while also looking at pretty pictures, like cover art for various editions of the book, and stills from the different movies, and different artist renditions of the characters and scenes. So why am I reading this particular book at this particular moment in time, you may ask? Well, it may or may not have something to do with a web series adaptation that I'm working on, but you will find out for sure in a couple months. If you have any suggestions for what I should read next month, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I will be back in 2 weeks with another vlog, but until then, stay literary and check out this video I made for Late Night Library's 3-year anniversary. And it's about a girl named Ginny who spends Nope. I'm trying to figure out how to hold this book so it's not getting like huge wacky reflections on it. If you can't see the title, it's like all the way down here in the corner. Maybe if my camera will focus. And some stuff at the end that kind of puts the